After completing the task, you should explain what exactly each detail is explaining. So simply write a conclusion kind of paragraph that clearly explains what the first task is explaining, what the second task is explaining, what the third task is, like that up to fifth task, whatever the task you have done, what they mean actually, that you should simply explain. So from the first task, we will be evaluating whether the schools, different type of schools are having average income equal or not. Second one is based on the type of major educations that we took, based on that whether the income is equal or not. So you already received answers for that. You just need to mention them here. Hmm. And you should also give a reason how that result can be impacting. Means based on the uh, based on the test, you can say whether which school we select, that result will be helpful or not. So, for example, if there is no difference in income level, it is better to go to non-profit school, right? Because we need not to pay any fees. It is good to go to public schools, right, rather than going to private schools. So like that, we will be assessing. So based on the income differences, if there exists a difference, based on the result, whatever the major type is having maximum income level, most of the students will be selecting such colleges. So college should be prepared with enough number of seats in those colleges. Like that, we will be testing. And for the test for independence, based on this, it is like, say, for example, when we are evaluating a major, it is very important to consider gender, because if they both are dependent on each other. Okay, so in the future selection, when we perform analysis while selecting the futures, like important elements of the data, if the target attribute is major selection, major, then you should definitely consider gender. That is explained based on this chi-square test. Which attribute is dependent on another attribute, and to what extent it is dependent, that is explained in the concept. Okay, so based on these results, you should provide some brief explanation. All right. So that is all from my side. And after completing this, you are supposed to provide a document, I guess. Huh? So here it is clearly given. This kind of format document of 1 to 2 pages you are supposed to give. Guys, I'm telling you, it is very important for you to keep formulas in the data. Whatever the value you calculated, that you should give formula. So other than, like, say for example, here some people will get doubt. We generated this one. For this, you don't have any formula to explain. Okay. So there is no formula to create. This is a generated one. But here, if you take, this is a generated one, and this contain formulas. So we kept all the formulas. If you miss keeping the formulas, we may lose scores. Okay. So make sure you keep all the formulas, and make sure you address all the questions that are asked. Okay. These are very basic questions. So that has to be addressed as a part of the document. So what is the briefly purpose? What is the purpose of calculation? First one is to test multiple samples and identify whether they are different from each other or not. Second one is to identify how different attributes of the data are dependent on each other based on the selection of data. When you take two particular uh, attributes, whether they both are dependent on each other or not, that we are testing. Then we provide interpretation of tests. After that, how these tests can be used in real time, that we will be explaining. After that, we will be providing some sort of visual representation or supporting evidence. From calculations, we can take some charts, tables, whatever you have generated, and we should provide it here. And mention limitations of the tools, that maybe limitations of ANOVA and limitation of chi-square in application. Format your document and submit it. This is all we need at the end of your work. That's it, guys. All the best. Do give best to document. Thank you.